Hi, my name is Irene Langeveld, and today's question is how to ground yourself. First of all, why is it important to ground or do a grounding meditation? Well, if you are very sensitive to other people's feelings, emotions, or energies, it is essential that you ground yourself. And I know this firsthand because when you are not grounded, you cannot know and you cannot feel what is yours and what is from the other. And secondly, you cannot have the energy of others cannot leave your field when you're not grounded. They just stay there. They float around and you keep feeling that, and you will not be able to really come back to yourself until you ground yourself. That's the first thing. The second thing, and this goes for everybody, whether you're sensitive, highly sensitive or not, when you're not grounded, you're like a leaf in the wind. And when something happens in your life, you just, you float along with it, and it makes you go off center really quickly. And you are very much influenced by what happens in your surroundings. And yet, when you're very grounded, you're like the big tree that stands there and just is, and just is stable. And whatever is happening, no matter if it's a storm or an energetic storm that blows you over, it doesn't blow you over because you are still standing there and you are stable and you're grounded and you're centered and you're balanced. So that is what grounding does, and that's why it's so important. And it's one of the first things that people learn when they learn to start to learn about energy or spiritual things. And yet I find that it's equally important if you are just beginning or if you've been on this path for a long time, because the more you grow, the more you need to ground yourself, and the more you can ground, the more you can grow, and the more light you can carry in your body and in your energy field. So it's a continuous process that just goes on and on and on. So how do you do it? How can you ground yourself? Well, you saw in the picture before this video, you can find a tree and sit against it. That works. That works perfectly. But you don't always have a tree handy, or there are people walking by, you don't feel comfortable, or you're at work or at home, you don't have the possibility to do that. Thankfully, there are other ways to do it, and that's what I'm going to teach today. There's two parts to grounding. The first is that you need to have an energetic connection between the base of your spine and the earth. And this works on intention. When you visualize it, when you imagine it, when you intend it to be so, it will be there. And you can use anything. You can make it a cord, a tube. You can imagine that you are that big tree and visualize that you have these strong roots going all the way down into the earth. And if you like, you can also envision that you have your branches going out, all the way out into the universe. That is fun and it works. So whatever works for you, whatever you are comfortable with is good. You can make the connection a color, you can, play around with it. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is the connection between the base of your spine and the earth. And let it go all the way down, not just a few centimeters or inches, but all the way down. And you can even envision that it goes all the way down into the core of the earth. So that's the first part. The second part, and that is what many people forget, is that you have to be present in your body. People who see auras or energy fields sometimes report that many people do not have their energy field going all the way down. It stops at around their knees or so. And that is because they're not grounded and they're not present. So what you need to do after you have visualized or intended that grounding cord to be there is to be aware of your whole body, and especially the lower part, because many times we're thinking so much that our attention is all the way up here and we don't even feel our legs anymore. So that's what you need to do, and you can do it in two ways. You can move with your attention from top to bottom, starting at your head and then going down, and just be aware of how your body feels. And then go down, go all the way into your legs to your feet. That's the first way to do it. The second way is from the bottom up. And if you do that, I'd like you to envision that you have also a grounding cord beneath each feet. So now you start at your feet and you envision that you have an energy or a light or a color that enters your feet and fills every cell in your feet. And then it moves up slowly through the underlegs, the knees, the upper legs, the upper body. It moves into your shoulders, your arms, your hands, and then your neck and your head. Both ways work. And I like the from the bottom to the top, especially when I'm not very grounded, because it works. And the most important thing is that you move your energy down. So that's what we need to do. Well, this is the essence of grounding, and I have recorded a guided meditation for you where I lead you in about 10 minutes through the whole process. And because it's a guided meditation, it's very easy. You just have to listen to it and just follow my voice, follow my instructions. And then when you get more comfortable with it, you will find that you will not need the guided meditation anymore. You can do it on your own. But many people like the guided meditation, especially in the beginning. So if you want to have it, it's very easy. Just fill in your name and your email and click on the confirmation link that you will get in your mailbox. And then you will get immediate access to the meditation. And you can also download it so you can listen to it anytime, or from your phone, from your MP3 player, whatever it is that you want to use. So I highly encourage you to do that, to check that out. And also, if you like this video, like it, give it a thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe to my channel for more tips, tricks, meditations, everything that's coming in the future. I have a lot of plans for videos and fun stuff. And I hope to see you in the next video.